Occupation?
Head of cardiology at General Hospital.
How long have you held that position?
10 years.
Your Honor, I have sworn affidavits I'd like to enter into evidence from Bobby Spencer Cassadine, Audrey Hardy, and other colleagues of Dr. Quartermaine's attesting to her dedication, her fairness, her honesty in the workplace, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
So ordered.
Thank you. All right, now, turning to the matter before the court. When did you first meet Dr. Dorman?
Well, he's always been rather controversial, and I guess I could say I knew of him before I met him. I guess everyone took notice of him about 2 years ago when he refused to operate on an AIDS patient.
How did you feel about a doctor who refused to work on an AIDS patient?
Well, I didn't agree with him, but I defended his right to make that choice surgically. And we became acquainted then. He was under a lot of heat, and I think he welcomed my support.
In time, did your relationship eventually become more intimate?
Yes.
How?
Well, I started receiving mysterious gifts. I thought at first they were from my husband. And he allowed me to believe that for a while. And then I discovered it was Dr. Dorman.
Giving you presents?
Yes.
Did you do anything to encourage that kind of behavior?
No.
How did you feel about Dr. Dorman when you found out that he was your secret admirer?
Surprised, flattered.
Did you confront him?
Oh, yes, and I gave him back the presents, even though he urged me to keep them.
And why didn't you?
It was not appropriate.
So was that the end of it?
No. Dr. Dorman can be very persuasive and very insistent.
So tell us what happened next.
Well, at the time, my husband and I were having some problems. Actually, we were headed for a separation. And as much as I'm loath to say this, I began to welcome Dr. Dorman's attention.
Did your relationship eventually become sexual?
Yes. We became lovers the night that my husband left our home.
Did you ever hold a gun to his head and force him to have sex with you?
No.
Did you threaten him into bed?
No, definitely not.
How long did the affair continue?
Several months.
And during that time, what was your perception of the parameters of this relationship?
Well, I felt we were two consenting adults taking mutual satisfaction and comfort from each other with no strings attached.
At any point, did you find Dr. Dorman to be a reluctant participant?
I would hardly describe him as reluctant.
Did you ever have second thoughts about your affair with the plaintiff?
I was very conflicted. I was and am still very much in love with my husband. But for some reason, I was not able to respond to him. It was different with Pierce. So on one hand, I wanted him in my life.
For physical gratification?
Yes.
And on the other hand?
He had a certain arrogance, a need to control that I found very disturbing, very off-putting.
Objection, Your Honor, to this characterization of Dr. Dorman.
I submit that the plaintiff's character is an issue very much to the point.
The answer will stand.
Did Dr. Dorman accept your decision to end the affair gracefully?
Oh, no, he did not.
What was his reaction?
He was very cold, very angry. He said terrible things. In fact, I couldn't believe he was the same man I had taken as a lover.
What kind of things? And I know that this is very painful, but it's very important for the judge to hear it.
He said, "Look at me, look at you. I am the last young lover you're ever going to have." I was shocked, but I gave him the benefit of the doubt. People say things when they're hurt or angry. I know that better than most. But Dr. Dorman was just warming up.